Hey lovely teachers, welcome back to Vivid Practice. I'm Nicola Canton, and this time I have a quick practice tip for you. This one is called the Careful Crab Walk. You don't have to say it like that, that's just me being goofy. So the Careful Crab Walk is a great antidote for a particular problem that you may have come across. And maybe your students have been super frustrated by, or maybe you even have in your own practice. So here's what happens. We have a particular sticky spot in a piece, and it just keeps going wrong, okay? So we keep playing a G instead of an E at one point. And so we go over and over that bar, or that little chunk, that tiny bit. We go over and over it, and we've got it. We're determined. We are now playing the E instead of the G. And then we go back to the beginning, or back to the start of the section, and we play, and somehow we still play that G. It's so annoying. It has happened to me so much in my own practice growing up, and it happens to students and they get really frustrated by it and they tell me about their experience. So the Careful Crab Walk is the solution to this. It's very simple. All great practice strategies are simple, really. We start with the sticky spot. Okay, so that's no different. We go over that bit, we make sure we're doing it slow enough that we're practicing at the speed of no mistakes, and they've definitely got that bit correct. And then you add one note before, or one beat before, depending on the piece. Like if it's a dotted rhythm, you can't really add just one note before and have it still make sense. Add a beat before and a beat or note after. And then you play it again. And then your crab walks a little bit more sideways one way and sideways the other way. And we add another note or another beat before and after. So I call it the crab because of the sideways walking thing. It's like we're stepping to this side and stepping back to that side. And gradually the crab is walking further each way. We keep going until the bit before and the bit after is at least the length of the sticky spot. So if that was 1 bar, we don't stop doing our Careful Crab Walk until we're playing 3 bars. If it was 2 bars, we don't stop until it's 6 bars, right? Because we're including the same amount before and after, but adding on incrementally. You may already do this and call it something different, but if you don't, I do recommend you give it a go because it's just such a simple solution that helps fix the problem. Because when that happens, when the sticky spot is fine in isolation, but then not fine when we go from the beginning, it's really annoying. But it's happening because we've never practiced it with the lead into it, right? We've never practiced it with the bit before it that we're used to playing it the wrong way with, if that makes sense. So we've been practicing it and getting this part wrong, and that's why we're frustrated with it, which means we put in a lot of repetitions with it wrong. So if we lead into it again, we're going to play it wrong more likely than right because we've never led into it and played it right, or we haven't done that as much. I like to think about practice as just being almost a game of probability. So if we've practiced, and it doesn't work exactly like this mathematically, but imagine it does. If we've practiced something 6 times one way and 4 times the other, well, we've a 60% chance the next time we play it of playing it the first way. It doesn't matter what we played it the last time we played it, which is often what it feels like it should be. Like we feel like it should only be the last time we played something that counts and that sticks because we told our fingers, right? That was the correct time. That's why I'm stopping now. And therefore you should reproduce that next time. But that's not how our brains or our fingers work. And so it's related to that issue. We need to make sure that we have enough run-up practices into and out of it so that it's fully knitted back into the piece. So I call that the Careful Crab Walk. If you have another fun name for it, do let me know what that is. And I hope you'll join us back here for more quick practice tips and other practice ideas.